Alright, so this quarantine thing got everybody looking super nappy, right? So I'm gonna take you guys through my haircut, exactly what I do. I could probably go a couple more days, but I'm gonna do like the top part right now is getting kind of dirty, and I'm gonna trim up my beard and stuff like that. And I'll show you guys what the back looks like right now. So it's not that bad. Like I said, I could go a couple more days without actually having to do anything. But I'm gonna just make this video tutorial for you guys on exactly how I cut my hair, how I fade it. Actually, I'm gonna do mid ball fade, like a drop fade. So I have a really janky setup. So if I can't get good angles for you guys, I apologize. But let me show you my setup actually. So I got like a mirror sitting on a chair right here. This is what I'm putting the camera on. So I got this mirror that I look into. I got this mirror that I look into. And I also, if you guys don't have that, you don't need any of that. You know, I tried buying that three-way mirror system. That thing's like $100. So I'm like, I'm good. You can get the magic clip for $100. You need at least two mirrors. So this one, and then like a mirror to look into, so you can see the back of your haircut. So the hardest part about cutting your hair is the back, right? The back, you can't really see the sides. You can line up and stuff like that, but the back is kind of hard, and that's usually where you have like the dark spots and stuff like that. So I'm gonna use the magic clip for this haircut, cordless right here. That's what I'm gonna use to fade my hair, and then to create the guideline and to clean things up, I got the Andis Pro Slim T-liner, I think. And then I also got the Andis shaver right here to give me a really close ball fade shave. And then I got my clips, my guards right here, whatever. First thing you want to do is you want to create the outline for your haircut, the guideline pretty much that you're going to follow. So I usually have it, like if you can see, I already kind of have a guideline right here from my previous haircut. So I'm just going to do that. And then after you create your guideline, you're going to take your shaver and then shave everything. So I usually start in the back, because the back's the hardest part. Like the sides I can line up like easily, I can see where it's at. What ended up happening like the first time I was doing it was like I cut the sides, cut this part, but then like I ended up going too deep from the side because I didn't start my back yet, and then it was just, the line kind of just got messed up. It was going like this instead of going like this. So I usually like to start in the back and then work my way to the sides and create the whole guideline before I move on. Okay, so I created a guideline. Pretty happy with it. It doesn't have to be super straight, but it's good. It makes it a lot easier for the rest of the haircut if your guideline is pretty straight and you try to do your best with it. But it's not the biggest deal if you mess up. Honestly, if you fade it in properly, you can go higher, and then it doesn't even seem like you ever messed up. So trust me, I messed it up the first couple times I did it. So you'll get better with holding the clippers too. You know, in the beginning it seems like it's super hard, but you get the hang of it. Use a shaver and clean up everything, right? So we want to get a really nice tight fade in the back and the sides. So make sure you use the clip, the Andis shaver, and then just shave everything. Like it'll make a big difference. I'll show you guys the difference actually. I'll do half of it, and I won't do the other hand. I use a shaver on this side, right? I did not use a shaver on this side. As you guys can see, it's not as tight. Start with the fade, so I'm gonna do my guard open completely. So this is a 0. So there's no attachment on this. Open, close. So I'm gonna do this open, fully open. I'm gonna create a guideline like an inch higher. So I'm gonna create a line and take out a line right, create a line and take out a line. So So that's my open guideline. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, right? Take your time, guys. There's no rush. You don't want to rush this. You don't mess up your haircut and look horrible. You can see right here, the hair got a guideline going all the way to the back. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that out. Open right. So now we're just gonna close it. So. And then okay, so now I'm going to add my one guard to this, right, the bottom line that was there, and so I'm going to create a new guideline with the 1, and then I'm going to take that out with the 0.5. We got the one guard open, and then we're going to close it. See, I would do like a one guard close and then do a 0.5 close or open, but I like to be on the safer side, so I'll always start it open before I start something closed, just because I have more air to work with. Like there's less chance for me to mess up, and if I do mess up, that's easier for me to recover. But if I use it closed, then like it kind of went too short, so I can't really do anything about that. If you notice, you can see in the mirror right now, I mean in the camera, that I have a dark spot right here. Like it's darker than the other spots over here. So usually it's always harder for me to take that out anyways, but so that's why usually I hold my scalp like this, and then I'll end up trying to get the dark spots on. So I'm going to start with the 0.5 open again, just to be on the safe side. And then I'm blended down to 0.5 close, so open like over here, and then down here I'm gonna do it closed. I'll go over with the open all over, and then I'll fade the bottom part with the 0.5, whatever the dark spots that are not blending in. So I got the 1.5 on. I'm gonna go up higher. We're gonna do the one open and then try to just blend it in. So it's coming together nicely. I'm gonna just blend so if you guys can see the fade is there, it's coming together. I'm gonna blend this part in right here, and then on top I'm going with 2, and then it should all just work together. One open, one close. And slowly like go like that, and I'm kind of down. So you guys can see the haircut. Take out this line that I just created. A lot of dark spots in the back of my head, so I'm trying to do it. So my hair on top is usually a 3, so I'm gonna take the 3. I'm gonna just do the top of my head, and then slowly work my way down with the 2 and just blend all this in right here. This part is, I don't know if you guys can see. Alright, there we go. See, like the one open kind of messed up right here, the last part I was doing, but you know, the 2 is gonna blend this part in right here, and then I'm gonna clean up these dark spots right here. You guys can see these dark spots right here. And then this side's pretty clean right now, but I'm gonna get the 2 fade, blend it in right here. The 3 is gonna be up on top, and that's about it. And I'll just go all over in my head because that's what I keep the length on top. As you can see, here's my fade, it's clear. There's a few dark spots that I can still clean up, but you know, for the most part, like here, I can clean this up and stuff like that. I can go back and do it, but for the most part, it's pretty clean. I've been at this for like an hour and a half, and I think that's a pretty good job. So I know the right side of my head, it fades a little bit different than the left side. I always noticed that, but it's all good. So overall, it still looks good. Nobody can really tell the difference. This is just like the more you look at your haircut, the more faults you find in it. But for being a fade, like honestly, like I think this is perfectly fine, especially doing it at home. So now I'm just gonna line this up, line myself up, and line the beard up. So I'll show you guys how. So I got a widow's peak, as you guys can see. That's why I don't like cutting it from the middle, because when these little hairs grow up, it looks really ugly. So that's why I'll kind of go against it, or like with it. So when you line yourself up, you want to use a little bit of water or something just to like kind of let the hair stick so it doesn't end up moving around. So after I brush it down, I'll take my Andis Pro line, and then I'll probably just clean up the cheek area right here, if you guys can see. There's a lot right here. I got it here. I'm gonna clean up, and then on top of my mustache. So I usually just run it over real quick with this, and then I'll go over with the straight razor. So I usually have this on, obviously, because it helps with whenever I'm using the straight razor, it's going to glide a lot smoother. It'll get a closer shave and stuff like that. So after I put it on, I'll just take it off, because if I leave it on, I can't see the line where I'm going towards. Obviously, if I have a clear shaving gel, it makes things easier, but this works just as fine. Just put it on. After it softens up a little bit, I'll just take it off. I think it's like 15 bucks on Amazon. Super cheap. Came with like 100, 200 razors or something. Man, I've been using this for like 3 years now, and I haven't run out of razors. I use this pretty often. I use like one razor probably like 2 to 3 times. Sometimes. I don't worry about this too much. but as you can see, we got a pretty close shave right here, lined up pretty well. Still gotta work on this side, and then I'll go with my mustache right here. So if you use a shaving gel, it makes it a lot easier, because usually this part kind of pulls and it kind of hurts, but now if you have some aftershave, I recommend you put it up on everywhere where you use the straight razor, just so you don't get razor bumps, and it's a lot easier for you to maintain and have healthy skin. There you have it. There's my haircut tutorial. So line myself up.